Hi, my name is TJ, and thanks again for watching this channel, My First Year on T. So I can't believe that this is going to be my fourth video posting on this channel. It's exciting. It's been a really great experience so far being a part of this little My First Year on T community. And if I can plug the channel a little bit for a second, there's great content being posted every day by different people. If you want to take a second and go, look around on the channel, there's lots of videos to be seen. And if you've happened to miss any of my videos I've posted so far about sexuality and about coming out, and even about my 2-month update a couple days ago, I will put that in the description if you are interested in watching any of that. This little community so far has been really great for me, and I think that's worth mentioning because of the topic for this week is about online trans community. Is it helpful? Is it harmful? And kind of I want to give my take on that and what my experiences have been so far. And I'll be honest, I have been pretty weary to kind of put myself out there online as far as the LGBTQ plus community in general goes. It's only been maybe in the past 6 months that I've kind of ventured more into the trans community online on Facebook and on Instagram. And so far, my experiences have been very positive. And even on YouTube so far, even though I've only been active as in producing content only over the past few weeks. But YouTube is where I was able to find out the most about myself whenever I first started coming out, and seeing other people's experiences and how they realized that they were trans, and finding that relatability was very, very helpful and was a really key component into me figuring myself out. And if for nothing else, the online communities are good for education. And I think one thing worth mentioning is that I didn't start interacting with the trans community for the first year plus that I was coming out. I didn't talk to people. I didn't post a whole bunch about it, but I was still able to learn a lot by just seeing other people interact with each other. So you don't necessarily have to interact with people in order to gain from the trans community. If you don't feel comfortable putting yourself out there because of your safety, or just because you don't want anyone who doesn't know about you being out to find your interactions online, then you don't have to. You can still learn plenty without having to make a lot of posts or to post comments in other people's posts, or message people and all those kind of things. I think that's worth mentioning. And I think if y'all don't get anything else from my thoughts on the trans community, I think my biggest thing is that there, within any community, LGBTQ plus, trans, any other subculture that exists online, that there are toxic people everywhere. And you just have to protect yourself whenever you start venturing out into it. There are good people. There's plenty of great, sources of information and education and supportive people that you can find. But there are also people who, maybe don't have good intentions with you, and you just have to keep your safety in mind and, make sure and hold on to your privacy a little bit about maybe your location of where you live and, your relationships with other people. Because I think if you manage to do that you'll be okay as far as interacting online. Because there is a lot of division within the trans community, which is really unfortunate, I feel. And that the internet is a major place where you can see that, just because that's where people express themselves the most, and it's where people find each other, kind of people who have similar experiences, and unfortunately they tend to divide us, which I have a lot of feelings about that. But I think at the end of the day, we just don't have the right to tell each other who belongs in the community and who doesn't. More so, we don't have the right to tell each other who is trans enough and who is allowed to use certain labels just based on things like dysphoria and being out and transitioning. That it's really just a division and gatekeeping within our own community that we already have to deal with when it comes to the medical side of it. And so there's really no need to do that within our own community whenever all we need from each other is to be supported. So that's really my only thoughts on it, but I really do appreciate you guys listening to what I have to say about it. Definitely keep watching this channel to see more content every week. Subscribe if it's something that you are really interested in, keeping up with me and other really cool trans people. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you're doing well, and have a great day.